Go in deep enough as far as it goes, so you gotta cut this part off where you welded into the motor. Okay. Well, that's gonna be in the motor, and that's gonna be sticking out. Put that in there in case any little things build up, bounce off there while I'm welding, that it doesn't get in my threads. Right there. Okay, I want this to line up straight as possible. I want to make a cone, but I've lost my pattern for this model 37. And this is the way the 37s come. They're $75. You can see there's no fuel or ignition system that comes with them. But actually it comes with a spark plug. But that's it. Okay, but anyway, I want to make one now. I know that a Model 37 cone is 7 inches long. So I'm going to want a 7-inch cone, length at least. Now this is the material that it is, and it is approximately 3 inches, a little less than 3 inches. It's about, well, it's about 3 on the outside and on the inside. So anyway, I want 3 inches. Okay, and then this here business is a 1-inch pipe. So basically I want 1 inch because I want this to come down into here a little bit when I weld that up. Okay, so you can do this with any size pipe, whatever cone you're gonna make for whatever thing you're gonna make it for. It's gonna be the same, no matter how big it is. Now, where you might get into trouble, well, where you would get in trouble if you had a cone that wasn't symmetrical, like some kind of offset thing or something. This won't work for that. But just for regular cones, works great. Okay, first of all, you need a center line. Okay, because you need that. Okay, so anyway, we want to be 1 inch on the bottom. So we're going to mark 1 inch here. And then on the top, we're going to want 3 inches. Well, actually, you know how far 7 inches is first. Okay, that's 7 inches. And then I want 3 inches at the top. So that's 1.5 inches both ways. There and there. So got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then what I want to do is I want to join these, and what I've made is a 2-dimensional view of the cone that I want to make. See, it's just like that. Now, this cone, I want to extend up to a point. Right there, and right there. Right here is where these 2 lines intersect. Right here. Right there, and right up there, like that. I'm going to get a view here of this. I'm going to move the camera. Okay, there we have our view of all that business. Okay. All we need to do is we've got these things here. You can use a piece of string and a nail, whatever you want. This thing here has got a sharp deal there, and this here has got a piece of lead in it to make a mark. And what I need to do is I need to put the pointy thing right there where the 2 lines connect, intersect, whatever. This is kind of, and then this one here goes out to this corner here. And I'm going to make an arc out in actually both directions. And get enough leeway here. All kinds of crap in the way. Okay. I've done that one. And now I'm going to do the inside one. There again, I'm going to a corner. You need to go to a corner or the middle. I always go the middle, or the corner, I mean. Same difference either way though. Okay, now, from this point, it's just an arbitrary point, doesn't have to be straight out like this. But I'm gonna make a deal like that. Okay. I've got a deal like that. Now, what I want to do is I want to measure. I know that this thing is 3.14, but I want to measure 3.14 times 3, which would be about 9 inches. Well, I really don't have anything to really measure that with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here thing right there. And then I'm going to roll. That ain't working. This is kind of the part that sucks. If I knew a lot about math or something, you probably could figure it out a different way. You got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, and I'll trim the first one because I really don't know. And then what I want to do is I want to go from there to there. Now supposedly I've got enough to do that. So the part I want to keep is this part, and this part. When I roll this up, this is supposed to make one of these. Okay. Now that I've done that, what I want to do is I want to cut it out. Because this will now be my template. I guess really instead of trying to build a machine that you can fly out of your garage and go to work in, that gets, because traffic is bad and fuel is expensive and cheapest distance between 2 points is a straight line, I guess. And, but instead of going through all that, anybody out there can invent a pair of scissors that'll cut stuff without getting all bound up and stuff. Really strange. Nobody's ever come up with a way of cutting something very good. Oh, if anybody knows a circuitry to a plasma cutter or some kind of electric cutting device that uses electricity, like knows how to, in air, usually they kind of forget what they call R-torque now. I don't know what they're called. But if you cut thin metal. I'll tell you now. I've got my my template all cut out there, and what I'm gonna do is they don't look right. And since I'm filming this, my mind is two different places, and I could be doing this wrong. Now it's basically not a bad cone. It's probably pretty close. So I think what I'll do, made a lot of these 37s, and they work pretty good, and they're simple and inexpensive to make, and you don't have to do a lot of welding on them. Not near as much as the 77s. 77s are very, you gotta weld a lot on them. Again, there's a lot of other ways of doing this stuff, but if you got better tools, good for you. Okay, well, there we go. Now we got a cone to roll there, and it looks pretty bent up, but it'll come out of that. Now I think you probably saw plenty of cone making on for the 77, so I'm not going to film that again. This is a device that I call a jet stick. Now what I want to do is I want to show you the different kind of fuel things. Here's that tube deal. Now these are model 37s that this runs off. This is a model 37 motor, Model 37 motor is pretty much the only motor that I can produce in quantities enough to sell. The 77s are still real hard to make, and they take a long time to make. And if you want to find out what an explosive resonator is, you want to buy the 37, because I probably can't deliver a 77 for a long time. The 77 or the 37s are a lot easier to make. Now what I want to show you is the intake. Now I'm going to show you this part right here. Now this is what holds this nozzle piece in there. Now I want to do a little history thing. When I first invented the 37, I used the same kind of fuel delivery system that I use in the pulse jets. It's a variable deal. You use 2 pieces of all thread, and then you can move the nozzle back and forth, and you could get it all tuned in there and stuff, and you know, the nozzle. It was easy to adjust. Okay, and then about 3 years ago, when I started sending out explosive resonators, if they came with a fuel set, they came with this sort of setup. Now this is pretty crude, and it's not adjustable. And when it left here, it really wasn't tested, so the person had to probably, if it didn't run well, you would have to unweld that